Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about sitemap index file. So we will learn here everything about sitemap index file, like what is sitemap index file, why we use it, benefits, advantage, disadvantage, common mistakes, everything. So let's get started. What is sitemap index file? So it's an XML file, collection of all XML sitemap files we can say. So itself it is a XML file and it contains all the XML sitemap files. So we can say it's a directory of all XML sitemap files. It helps search engines efficiently discover or crawl all the pages of a website. So in short, we can say manage your sitemaps with a sitemap index file, or we can say a sitemap of sitemaps. So why we use it? Easier management of large websites. So if your website has more than 50k pages, you have to split it and keep them in a single index file. It makes the process easier. So what you have to do, if you have a big website, you can split your web pages into multiple XML sitemap, and all the XML sitemaps you can keep in a single file. We call it sitemap index file. And second benefit is better categorization. Suppose you have product pages, blog pages, image URLs. So you can keep separate XML sitemap for every category, and then combinedly you can keep all these XML sitemaps in an index file. So suppose you want to change any sitemap, you don't need to struggle. You can go to that particular file and add or delete URL which you want. So that's why it's very beneficial. Categorization you can do with the help of sitemap index files. Improve crawling efficiency. Search engines can quickly find all your sitemap files in one place instead of searching for them individually. So it will improve your crawling and indexing. So these are the benefits. Basic structure, we can see normal XML sitemap has URL set, URL, LOC, last mode, change frequency, priority. But sitemap index file structure is little bit different. So here in the root you can see sitemap index, and here you can see sitemap, and LOC and last mode we use it. We don't use change frequency and priority here. Last mode is optional. Rest of the things are mandatory. So we can see here this is a root tag, contains details of each sitemap, LOC, URL of the sitemap file. We can keep 50,000 LOC here. So 50,000 XML sitemap you can keep in a single index file. Last mode, last modification date. So this is optional. Submission, you can submit your sitemap index file in Google Search Console, Bing Webmaster, robot.txt. You can mention that like this. So it will help you to crawl and index your all the pages, and you can also add this sitemap XML, sitemap index file in Webmaster. It's 100% valid, and they accept this. Limit is 50,000 XML sitemap, and in a single index file you can keep this amount of pages. So 99.99% website don't need more than one index file, and you can keep maximum 500 index files. So you can see this is a lot. So one XML file size should not be more than 50 KB. So this is also a limit. Bonus tip, I think you should keep 10 to 20k URLs per XML sitemap for fast crawling. Reason is most of the website don't have good bandwidth and CPU or good server infrastructure. So don't go to the maximum limit. Keep at least 10 to 20k URLs. Let's talk about avoid common mistakes. So don't mix sitemap index file syntax with normal XML file syntax. Must check sitemap index root tag. Better to use SEO plugins like Yoast, Rank Math, if WordPress. They have inbuilt functionality of XML sitemap index file. So this is true. you don't need to worry, these are dynamic too. So they create XML sitemap index file by their self. So I will show you how they are doing this. So we don't use change frequency and priority tags. I already discussed. Google does not support nested sitemap index, so avoid this error. Otherwise, you will face error in GSC. So nested sitemap index is not valid. Example: you can keep product XML files in a single. Better to use separate index file for large website. You can keep product XML files in a single index file and other sitemaps in another index file, or you can categorize more. So if you want that, I don't want to, suppose you have 50 product XML sitemaps and 50 other, so you can make two index files, so it is fine, totally fine. It's not necessary that you have to maintain 50,000 URLs. You can keep 10, 20, 50, whatever. It's up to you. It's you know how you want to do this for better efficiency. For it should manage your website easily. It depend on you how you want to manage your website. Bonus tip: dynamic sitemap index file. Keep your XML sitemap dynamic. It will make your process easier. Error check: you can still check errors for individual XML sitemap in Search Console. Suppose you added a index file only, but it doesn't mean that it will not provide you individual XML sitemap errors. It will provide you. Importance of last mode: search engines like Google may use the last mode date to decide which sitemap to crawl first, so URLs can be discovered faster. So use this tag, it is very important as per my experience. Cross domain: you can include sitemap URLs from different domains, but you must verify them in Google Search Console. So you have to understand this. If you want to do this, keep into detail, go into details, because few more things you have to do: how to verify, how to link these two websites. If you are doing this, Google guideline, you can see here there is a Google guideline. I will put this in a description and you can read this all. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any query, you can ask me in the comment box, and you can visit this website. Thank you.